YouTube just came in from shoveling some snow, man. You on the East Coast? We've been hurting since the end of midway through January, man. Every few days we getting some hard snow. So I was outside listening to some boxing videos, while I was out there shoveling. Kind of wanted me to come in and start talking some boxing. So we got Adonis Stevenson fighting Sakio Bika. All right, so I wanted to make a quick video on that. The way I see it, if this was Sakio Bika from the past, all right, the one that fought like Andre Ward, and before then, like the one that fought, who did Sakio Bika fight in the past? I mean, honestly, Bika lost the majority of his big fights. Okay, he lost to Lucian Bute. He lost to Joe Calzaghe back in the day, but that was a long time ago. He beat a couple guys in there. I think he beat Sam Solomon. I think he lost to him first, and then he beat him in a rematch. Okay, he got some decent wins in there. He beat Paraban. He got some decent wins, but just judging off his last performance, I really don't know if he stands a chance against Adonis Stevenson. He's relentless, but he's good when he could get guys against the ropes, guys that don't have great conditioning, Anthony Dirrell didn't do so good in their first fight. He was outboxing him, and he did hurt Bika, dropped him. But once his conditioning and his stamina started, once he started getting tired, he started going against the ropes, and he let Bika do his thing and put work on him. If he fights a guy that's going to constantly move, Adonis Stevenson, he doesn't have the greatest conditioning neither, but he showed in the Fafara fight, at least he came back and was able to finish and beat Fafara, even though Fafara knocked him down late. And this is going to be in light heavy, so this is not like, Bika's basically going up. I'm not saying that he's small, but he's fighting a much bigger puncher here, and he's not good defensively, he gets hit all the time. So I see Adonis Stevenson winning this fight. I don't know if he's going to be able to stop Bika, because Bika's a tough dude. I know he's going to be able to drop him a few times. I'm going to say that. He's going to at least drop him a few times. But at least stopping him, it'll be very impressive. I think Stevenson could stop this guy. I'm going to go with Stevenson for the stoppage. I think Stevenson could stop this guy. As far as Bika's chances of winning this fight, I don't know, man. Like, Stevenson's going to have to be gassed, midway, late in the fight. I want to say late in the fight. He's going to have to be gassed for Bika to be able to stop him. As Bika gets gassed as well, I don't know, man. You're as good as your last fight. And he just didn't look impressive in that rematch with Dirrell. He didn't look impressive at all, For him to be defending his title, he didn't look good. He didn't look good. Dirrell, even though it wasn't a great fight, it was still kind of ugly fight. Not as ugly as the first one. He just didn't look impressive. And his conditioning looked terrible, in the second fight. He looked much better in the first fight. Even though it was an ugly fight, he still looked better in the first fight. And he's getting up there in age. I know Stevenson is older, but he started so much later. Age hasn't really been the factor for Stevenson yet. But as far as Bika, he's like in his mid-30s. I don't know. I really don't see him winning this fight. Stevenson's taking this fight because he's pretty much ran out of options. If you're not going to fight the other three top guys in the division, you got Pascal, Kovalev, and Hopkins. There's really nobody else to fight. He fought Fafara, gave him a good fight. Now that opened up the doors from Fafara. He's getting a match with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I'm gonna do a video on that right after I do this video. But I see this all being Adonis Stevenson, man, and I think Stevenson can stop this guy. I think he could. That power he got in that left hand, and Bika's hittable. I mean, he should have no problem winning this fight. All right. So that's my thoughts. I'm not gonna do no other prediction video or anything like that. Stevenson got this fight easy to me. All right. So see you in the next one. I'm gonna do another one right after this one. All right. Make sure you hit subscribe.